Hey everyone, as I promised this week, we're going to have our good friends, the Pounds from Oklahoma here. So we've got Jerica and Jason joining us along with Bill, who has been our companion for the whole entire year. Thanks, Bill, for always being here every week with us. And we talk about real estate, right? And a lot of times Bill and I are chatting about the Phoenix market, but one thing that we want to always share with you, and I hope we've made it clear, is we have connections all across the country that will help you find that perfect place. And I don't care if you're moving from Arizona to one of these places, you can be moving down the block in the same city. So if you were in Oklahoma, maybe you were in Norman and want to move to Oklahoma City, guess what? Jerica and Jason can help you. So I would make sure that you get in contact with them. So thank you both so much for being here, my fellow Keller Williams. Now, you said you're Keller Williams Millennials, right? That's the office you're in there?
Yes, Mullinex. Yep.
Very
In Norman,
cool.
Oklahoma.
Norman, Oklahoma. All right. So share a little bit about Oklahoma with us.
Well, basically, if you imagine the United States map, there's two main highways. There's I-35, which runs north and south, splits the country in half. And then there's Interstate 40, which runs east and west and cuts the country in half again. We're exactly at that crossroads. We call ourselves the belt buckle of the Bible Belt, so to speak.
The belt buckle of the Bible Belt. That's a lot of B's. I like the alliteration.
It's B cubed.
Cubed. I like that.
I was a math and economics teacher and a banker, so I'm a dork.
You were? Your personality is so not that to me. Because you're kind of fun.
I'm not that big a dork.
His
Jerica's like going on this side.
His preferred grade is 8th grade because he is an 8th grader. So
I know the feeling. We'll have the guys sitting around the dinner table sometimes, and I'm like, why do I feel like I'm back in middle school some days?
That's every week in our BNI group.
It's true. So now I don't know a lot about Oklahoma City. I know that you guys have good barbecue. I know there is a lot of land, places where you can buy open land. And you guys had an amazing listing. Do you still have that one, that pocket listing you guys shared?
Oh, which one? We go through them pretty fast.
Okay. Oh, really? The one with the pond that you were fishing and I was sharing?
That was actually a very unique situation. That's less than a quarter of an acre, but it backs up to all these 5 and 10 acre acreages. So it feels like you're in the country. There's a street called 89th Street that cuts Oklahoma City almost in half. Mm-hmm. And it's the dead end of that street where literally the pavement meets the red dirt. It literally is the end of the
I think there's a song that says that.
There is. I can't quote it right now, but there is.
Yeah, I probably can, but last thing you want to hear me do is sing. So
unfortunately, we still have that particular listing. And in Oklahoma, you have to keep a new build typically about 5 to 7 years to find your break-even point.
Gotcha.
During COVID, that went away because properties were going up 23 to 30% a year, depending on your neighborhood. And these were veterans who had to move before they should need to move in a new build neighborhood. The same exact floor plan is listed for $340 right now, brand new. And this house is only 3 years old, and we're listed at $288.
Wow. So if anyone's looking for that listing, I do have it on my Facebook page. I did share it. So you've got to take a look at this place. It's unreal. It's so cool. And the prices, I'm floored.
Yeah.
I actually got in trouble with the MLS for posting that bass picture because my face was in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
There are people photos. I was like, babe, what are you doing?
They're like, but it's me. It's not like it's random people. It's me.
But
that listing, though, it is a really cool location, but it is really convenient to Tinker Air Force Base as well. So if you have anyone that's moving into town for the military base here, it's perfect location for that.
You're like 10 minutes from downtown, 10 minutes from Norman, probably 15 minutes from Edmond, 10 minutes from the base. It's the belt buckle of Oklahoma City, basically. And that pond is a mature pond that existed before the neighborhood was built. So unlike most ponds out here that are the same age as the neighborhood, it's full of mature fish.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool. I'm assuming that makes a big difference out there.
Does to city slicker rednecks like me. You want to go fishing.
Is military one of the big reasons people will move to your area? And if not that, what else would be?
Yes, military is definitely a big one. Here we have the Air Force Base which is actually Oklahoma City, and it's close to everything as well. But that location of that property is really good for it. The other reason would be OU football, of course.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
The university there in Norman. That's a big reason why people move into this area. But I mean, honestly, we get people from California a lot. We get people from Illinois a lot. Like you said, people kind of gravitate here because the prices here are so good. So they can get a lot for their money here, especially if they're coming from a place like that where property is a lot more expensive. So when they sell out there, I mean, they can move out here and buy a lot for that money that they get on their property.
In my
So-
banker days, it was not uncommon because our top feeder cities are people come from Miami, they come from San Francisco, they come from Los Angeles, they come from Dallas, and they come from Denver. So most of the people coming from those areas are coming from higher price points to lower price points. As a banker, it was not uncommon to see them sell their place, come here, pay cash for a property, and then use their remaining funds to start a new business because our business environment is so friendly. It's so easy for entrepreneurs to get up and running.
Oh, really? Now, I know some people will have some cautionary, they'll be like, oh, but there's so many tornadoes and storms, and aren't they the ones on the news with all this stuff all the time? But you
Yeah,
guys are
we
happily
are.
living there, so as many other people for long periods of time. So help me share with people why that's not really the major part of your life and your thought process all the time, or how you guys mitigate those fears for some people.
It depends on the year or the part of the year that you're in.
Also, it also depends on your location. So just like hurricanes follow the same paths every year, tornadoes tend to follow the same paths every year in a general direction. So there are certain neighborhoods that, it's just a matter of time. However, I grew up in North Carolina on the East Coast, and you can't run from a hurricane.
Right.
Once it shows up, depending on how large it is, it's going to be there for a little while. With a tornado, you have warnings. You know it's coming. We don't even have a storm shelter. We just get in the car and we go to the opposite side of town and go eat, and then hopefully the house is still there when we get back.
Oh, he's so dramatic. He's so dramatic. So, no, it's funny because I was thinking about it. The last two houses that we've had, and our previous house to this was actually in the line of fire almost every time we have a tornado.
And I was praying for it to hit. There's nothing better for economic development than a quick tornado. We would have made out like bandits. But
To back
we're
up.
not hitting.
No, we didn't have a storm shelter there either. I think if you live here and get used to it, we're the idiots that go out on the front lawn and watch it go by, which is a bad idea. But I mean, it's funny because here storm shelters are pretty essential, especially if you're moving in from out of town. People, they really want to make sure that there's a storm shelter.
Yes.
If you've lived here forever, it's serious. I mean, we definitely have gotten close to destruction.
So
No, I get it.
two
Like
quick
having-
stories.
What's that?
When I moved here in 99, my
Mhm.
father was a pastor. He bought the house out here before we moved. I literally stepped off the graduation stage in May into a U-Haul truck. The house that we purchased, or my parents purchased, during my graduation, a tornado, they were trying to make up their mind between two properties. The house that they chose, that neighborhood was not hit. The house that they almost chose, that neighborhood was completely wiped out. And we were like, where in the world are we moving? We thought it was going to be like a World War II zone or something. But once we got out here, it's completely different. The second story is our very first house that we purchased for $53,000 in 2001. Living off love, we couldn't even afford that. There was a church about an 8-iron away from us, and I was in the backyard with my puppy at the time. And dogs are supposed to have this sixth sense. He does not. And he played the whole time, didn't have a clue. I watched the tornado at 8-iron away go through and knock off the steeple and keep trucking.
I think
I
my
thought
new
it was the
term is
coolest
going to
thing
be
I'd
an
ever seen.
8-iron away.
8-iron away.
I know. I've never heard that. And we're in a family of golfers. I had no clue. So
My 8-iron is about 140 to 170, depending on how.
that's good. That's my driver. So I guess.
Yeah. So one year, because every year, there's usually something. But one year there was one that hit across the street from us in that house as well. And all we got was a rock through the window.
No, that's good.
Even the
Oh,
roof
all right.
was
So then
messed
people should
up.
not be fearful because you guys either know the locations, you kind of understand, and you've been there long enough to understand someone's fears first coming in, and yet what it's like all these years later. So you have the benefit of hindsight at this point, and I get it. I mean, I feel that way. I'm Bill, maybe you too. When people talk about the heat of Arizona and being worried about it, like after a while, you're hot, but you kind of forget it's there. There's a lot of air conditioned places, a lot of other things to do, right? So
We're
like
scared
it's
of
one
cool
little-
earthquakes and fires, but people in California don't seem to mind those. They
well,
keep
that's and
driving.
they'll pay premiums to live right now, right? So
They'll pay premiums just to live on the fault line. So, like, it's
Every
cool.
place has
They
its
get to
natural
see their, they get to
disasters.
see their fence move. So, I, with the heat, like I always joke around with Arizona. Okay, you got to deal with heat. It's easier to cool something down than to heat something up sometimes, though.
Yep.
So everything's air conditioned, but we don't have any other natural disasters. I think I felt one tremor 9 years ago, which is really odd in Arizona. I think we have tornadoes up north every once in a while,
every
but
once in a while, yeah.
and then we got the haboobs. Watch out for the haboobs.
And those
Those
are big giant
microbursts.
balls of dust.
Yeah, big balls.
Speaking
of
Speaking of
of
dust.
which, that's another reason people moved to Oklahoma.
Why is
Is
that?
we have all 4 seasons.
That's true. You do.
You get an awesome spring. You can get a brutal or mild summer. It rotates out. I used to love it when it hit like 101, 102. I'd go carry my golf clubs because no one's out there. I'd have the whole course to myself. But summers aren't always brutal and they're not always mild. It's roll of the dice there. Falls are amazing. Fall's my favorite season in
Mhm.
Oklahoma. I love it. Reminds me
Yes.
of my freshman year at OU. And then our winters, you never know if it's going to be a mild winter that just feels like a cold spring or if you're going to be up to your nose in snow. It's diversity. It's the spice of life. You never know what you're going to get.
You can have a
That's-
pool and a sled in Oklahoma.
Oh, I like that. Now, who would be a really good referral for you guys? Like, so someone watching this, like, if they want to live there, like, what are other than open land space and some city life you have going on too, and fun, diverse winter or seasons? What else brings people to Oklahoma? And like, what would you say, like someone who's relocating or downsizing, like who are your typical probate people who own property there, who have family? Like, who are your people?
One way to think about it is the major metro area that you have 35 and 40. So just imagine across the cardinal compass. If you think north towards Edmond and south towards Norman, those are your top and your bottom of the metro area. Those are more of your luxury areas, high-end middle class folks. So if you're want like a $2 million house, there's places you can go to get that. And there's also in the downtown area, there's a luxury spot as well. So you can have the high-end luxury thinking north and south. If you're thinking east and west, that's more of your, hey, I want to have a land on 2 acres and a shop and maybe run a side business in the city, leave me alone. And then all your middle class just kind of fills in the circle between all the cardinal directions. So you truly can have whatever you want. If you want a Sesame Street apartment, we've got those. If you want 10 acres and a mobile home, we've got those. If you want a $10 million reach, we've got those. Whatever you want, it is here and it's available to you probably at a cheaper price than you're going to find in most other states. So I call Oklahoma a sticky place. When I was a banker, it was not uncommon for to be sitting at my desk and say, yeah, I came here 20 years ago. I was going to stay 2 years and somehow I'm still here. Same thing with me. I came here in 99. I was headed straight back to North Carolina after I got my education and I'm 44 years old and I'm still here. It's a sticky place and I like to go visit other places, but I'm always glad to get back.
Well, we would love to have you visit Arizona anytime. We are known in Maricopa County for our golf courses, so we got you covered there. And Jerica,
I got to play the
lots of fun
TPC
things.
once. Loved it. In Scottsdale.
So they
yeah.
did they have the stadium up when he did it, or was it out?
The stadium was not out, but it was the stadium course.
Yep,
There we go.
of course, yep.
Well, we want to thank you both so much for being here. We're super grateful. I hope everyone learned something very interesting about Oklahoma you didn't know before, especially around the Oklahoma City. I'm going to like the big cubed thing, and I'm totally going to say an 8-iron away, except mine is probably an 8-iron, a 7-iron, or a driver away. I'm going to have to figure out how my calculations go, but
Or putter.
got my numbers. And so
The
we appreciate
Texas
whatever you're
Reds.
doing on it. I'm going to put the Pounds information in our contacts below or in our comments below. Please reach out to them. They are amazing people. Even if you just have some questions about Oklahoma, thinking about it, just they are the people to talk to. So we appreciate you being here. And thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate your time today.
Bill, it's
Thanks
nice
for having
meeting you, man.
Nice to meet you guys too.
We love you, Christy.
We love you guys.